My name is Zoe Saadeh, and I've been practicing the violin for 8.5 years, and they will turn 9 on August the 3rd. How it all began. I was preparing myself to go to my first music session in which I would hold the violin after taking a month of music theories. So when I was 2 years old, my mom and I traveled to England. There, when we were visiting one of my aunties, I saw my 8-year-old cousin playing the violin. She was a beginner at the time, and I could tell you the sound wasn't the best, but it was good enough to convince my 2-year-old mind back then. Once we arrived to the music session, 4-year-old me held the violin and the bow and the shoulder rest and got the case, the rosin, and all of the necessities. And once I laid my bow on the string, I was in shock. To my horror, I heard a screech instead of a melodious sound. Because back then, I thought that once I would hold the violin, an angelic voice would come out of it, just like the professionals do. But I did not know that it would take years of practice and determination and perseverance to do so. Almost 9 years, and I'm still practicing the violin. It changed me in a lot of ways, such as my preferences in music. Instead of listening to pop music or whatever teenagers do these days, I wake up to Brahms or Tchaikovsky or Sibelius and sleep to the heavenly sound of Mozart and Bach. This taught me a lot, such as managing my time and having patience and not giving up, especially since here in Lebanon, most of the people don't really appreciate the Western classical program which I practice. So my muse or inspiration during all of those hard times there were many people. There were not just one, and I'm going to name a few of them. One of them was Hillary, in which I got inspired to do articulation, and I looked at her path, and mine seemed quite similar, and we went through the same struggles, so it was easy to relate to. And Yehudi Menuhin, I loved his sound and the quality that was there, and his phrases, his phrasing, and that dewy sound that you hear in the old philharmonics. I mostly like that he was a human rights activist, and I'm quite intrigued by that because I have never heard of a professional violinist and also defending for rights. And also David Oistrakh for his impeccable staccato and very Russian style, similar to that of Henrik Zering, which inspired me to phrase some of the phrases in Fuga. I am hoping, after finishing my studies and getting my master's degree, I'm hoping to get a PhD and then be a doctor's degree, and then be a teacher at one of the most prestigious academies in Europe. I dream of, aside from my doctorate and teaching, I dream of taking action against pollution, because I know that it's a lot, and the earth is drastically getting worse, and it has warmed 1.1 degrees since the pre-industrial revolution, which is a lot. And at this rate, it's estimated to continue by 4 degrees in the 22nd century, which is a lot. And also, I wouldn't mind doing a bit of human rights activists like Yehudi Menuhin, because I don't believe in slavery, and I think that there should be equality and peace, but sadly, it's not present in our real world. So I dream of reaching and playing as a soloist in the Berlin Philharmonic and with one of the living professional violinists. And I saw also numerous master classes online of professional violinists. Not all of them violinists. Surprisingly, some were pianists, and they also inspired me in the phrasing. But those master classes were very helpful since the students that the teachers were giving to, they had the same problems that I did with those specific pieces, and I was able to find a solution easily. I would dream myself playing as a soloist with the Berlin Philharmonic, the exact one that all of my idols played with at some point. And in another dream, I would be dreaming of playing in a huge hall with all of my idols listening and enjoying.